Hello everybody and welcome. Today we are going to see the update from yesterday that I said that I was going to show you to everyone about the performance overall, what I have seen for this game. This is a recording of me playing on the background, fighting the last boss. It's not really spoilers, this is the new season, you already know. This is running on the Steam Deck, on the previous settings that I showed. The only thing that I changed was the shadows. I put it on very low because in some areas, when there was a lot of monster density, the shadows were becoming a hassle, so I just removed them. Now, what we can say so far that I have finished the campaign and I played, it's also in the video, I started the Monolith. What I have to say is that overall is a very enjoyable experience compared to what they did before. For me, it was unplayable. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it was a lot of stutters, a lot of jittering, even on offline mode. This, by the way, is on offline mode. I don't enjoy playing online these games too much. Just it's a solo thing. I just go by myself. I don't want to see chat. I don't want to see people crying about Diablo 4 or anything in the chat. So for me, this is the best. I just go on the offline mode and I enjoy it. Anyway, outside of that, in the Steam Deck, or anyway, the experience was overall locked 40. When there was big monster density, sometimes it will go to 30, 35. But the frame time that they have on the game, it felt very similar to Path of Exile. So while there was like a little bit of drop on the frame rate, it was not like you cannot react or anything. Because the way that these games are played, you don't really do any stream of combo of moves, so you're not losing too much. But yeah, I think you can understand what I'm trying to say here. If you play the Path of Exile and you played like with 20 FPS, you still could play the game. It's not that you had to do too many things to react. It's the same with old school MMOs, kind of still. Um, anyway, without getting too far off my head here, I'm just going to make this video to share my thoughts. Overall, very good performance, and on Monolith as well. The only part that it was very weird to me, it was on Act 3. No, actually wrong. Let me read my notes. It was on Act 4. On Act 4, for some reason that I don't know, I could not understand why that was happening. It was dropping for the whole majority of the time to high 20s. Nothing was happening on the map and I will get this low frame rate. So I'm not sure why it was happening. There was quite a lot of monster density, but it was nothing like too crazy or even as close to the effects that's happening here. So maybe there was a memory leak or something like that, I'm not sure. But definitely it was something that was affecting the game, and I really couldn't really do much about it. I was not really sure what I could even do to help alleviate that. And it was the same with chapter 5, but the campaign is like 9 chapters, right? So overall the experience was good, except chapter 4 and some parts of chapter 5. Chapter 5 was not as severe as chapter 4 on the bad performance. It was more like 30s, and it was only on specific places. So I would say kind of that. So like you see the boss fights here, even when a lot of effects happening, it's not exactly that it goes like to unplayable state. You're losing some FPS. It may look a little bit worse here because I'm going from like 50 FPS to 30, and if you lock it on 40 FPS or 45, it's gonna be better. Anyway, This was here the boss, and let me speed it a bit to the Monolith. Yeah, here we don't really care about that. I'm gonna try to make it short so you guys are not like fatigued. Okay, here we go. We'll just show the monoliths and yeah, pretty much just to get an idea for you as well, so you don't have to worry if this is playable or not. Overall, I have to say also my impressions for the game. I have to say it is very good. It feels different now. The bosses and the mini bosses feel that there is like they make you the way that they have make it with the extra seal that they get when they go to these points. You get to see the mechanics of the bosses, and that was something on the previous game that I was seeing from when I was seeing other people play. That was like something that you could miss entirely. I really don't like that you can go and one shot the boss. It feels stupid to me. um, some people may like that, but for me, it's like if you're fighting a boss, what is the cool thing of not like you being underpowered than the boss, and you're trying to fight it and like do the moves and do the whole dance, right? But going every time and you're like having god mode to kill the boss with 2 hits, definitely didn't feel as good to me. Now for the Monolith, so far I have played, this was like 2 hours ago. Uh, it felt pretty good. Overall, I don't really have much to say over that because this they didn't really change. You do like the thing that you will do anyway in the monoliths. You have to go rush, kill the monolith boss and leave, and keep progressing the monolith, and that is fine for me. That loop is fine for me. But now that the boss also died, the boss that they said that they got out, I hope I will be able to kill him and make a video so you guys know the performance on Steam Deck there as well. Some extra things that I want to say is that the UI getting controlled with the controller has improved. It's not like perfection, something like I would say Path of Exile right now, but it's way better than it used to be. They have added also keyboard, so you don't have to get a keyboard to do these kind of things. They try to change a lot of things, and I respect that. So that is cool. Now, outside of that, I wish there was something that you didn't have to transfer the materials every time like that. I wish there was something automatic, and maybe there is, but I haven't done it. Yeah. Outside of that, this is pretty much standard. Like the main loop of the game is the same. A very fun game. Always playing this game, and I'm like having a smile on my face. Especially now with some things getting a bit harder. I definitely enjoyed the campaign more because the first time I played the campaign on the previous season, I was playing the Falconeer, and that thing was too strong, and you could feel in the campaign. It was literally just doing one combo, and the boss was getting erased. So yeah, this time it was better for me. I enjoyed it way more, and having it this hybrid experience with the Steam Deck was also very cool. I could play on my 4K TV just fine. I was limiting it to 40 FPS because I have 120 Hz, and when you do that, you have a very stable frame time and the game looks smooth. It is pretty much the same as you will do with 40 FPS and 80 Hz on the Steam Deck as well. So yeah, very fun experience. The game is very fun. I don't think that I have played an IRPG outside of Path of Exile that made me feel so cool, and that like from the modern ones at least, because Diablo 2 is also one of them. But yeah, that is pretty much my experience. I would let the game play a little bit more, but it doesn't have too much. Just killing the boss here, and yeah, that's pretty much it. If you want to subscribe because I'm gonna put. I think it shows a little bit more lately that I put more effort in consistent uploads. So yeah, if you can support, I will appreciate it. Thank you and goodbye.